It's so cool shooting in Chicago because it really serves as a real character in the world of the play. And as it gets cold, we shoot outside a lot, so we are in the elements all the time. So we just, when you see like our characters put on some Goose Down Canada Goose jackets, yeah, we ask those to be ordered because.
Do you have like ears in your jacket?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have like they can give you an electric vest if you want it to wear underneath, so your whole core stays warm. Because we shoot, it's like it can be like negative. We're allowed to shoot in -15. We're allowed to shoot up to -20.
Are we? Oh, there's a limit?
There's a limit.
It didn't feel like there was a limit.
No, it didn't feel like
No.
Yeah. So.
And with the crossovers and the sets being near each other, like how's that? Because you get to hang out with more than just your own show's cast members.
Yeah.
Is that unique from other shows that you've worked on?
Yeah, actually this morning I just filmed the first scene of the day with John Cena. And he's on PD. He plays my brother, so we get to cross over all the time, and it's fun because
Well, he's a fire guy originally. That's what I feel like because he was in like episode 2 of the first season.
We had him first.
We had him first. He's ours. Yeah.
But it's always cool to like be able to work with other talented actors, and we have our main cast and our main family. But of course, it's always nice to have some fresh meat.
Yeah. We don't see them as much as I thought we would though.
Yeah.
Like filming right next door to each other because sometimes when we're in studio, they're on location or vice versa, and sometimes I'll run onto another set and hunt them down, just see what they're doing.
And the fans for Chicago Fire they're dedicated. Like there's no people that just like the show, they love the show. So is there, when you're back home or in LA or in Chicago, how's the fan interaction been? And are they different?
Oh man, we've got the best fans in the world. Yeah, people are so loyal to the show, and it's always awesome and then we meet a lot of real firefighters and paramedics who watch the show as well. So that's really cool to hear that they support us because we're supporting them.
Yeah, I mean they turn up to the firehouse a lot. I met a couple the other day that flew in from Sydney. I think they flew in from Sydney. They flew all the way here just to see the show, just to watch it being filmed. And then they're like, "Wow, Chicago's great." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it really is. Like, it's a great city. It's not, and we portray it. I mean, we build up Chicago, but it hasn't, And sometimes they turn up to the firehouse, we're not there, and then they go up and knock, and they're allowed to go into the firehouse, and they go in and they see where we film and all that stuff. They're really shocked and surprised by it, that they're actually allowed to go in there. So it's great, and the firemen love it because it brings attention and awareness to their vocation and to all first responders.
Do you think that, Dawson and Casey, are kind of through the worst of getting together and really just living happily? I know there's always going to be something, but I think that they probably made it through.
Yeah, I guess there's not much left when you lose a kid, almost lose each other. I think the other person's dying in a building, being burned alive. I mean, that's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
So I think we have gotten through the worst of it. I would like to think so.
I mean, I want to see them happy, but I don't. Do you know what I mean?
It's less dramatic, right?
Yeah, if they're happy, it's going to be well, it'll be nice for a little bit, but then it'll get boring. So, there's got to be something, that's going to come up. And that's what Derek's really good at. He's been there since Derek House has been through the inception of the show. He's a really good writer. He's good at meshing these storylines together, creating the right moments when we need to create them, and giving the fans what they want, and also not giving them what they want.
Yeah.
He likes toying with them a little bit too much, actually.
It makes him a great writer.
Well, we see the captain issues really affect Casey throughout the season, being in charge.
Does he look so handsome in it?
The bugle. I actually felt when I first put this on, I hated it.
You did?
Yeah, it was perfect though, because I was like, Casey being like the reluctant sort of leader. I felt so uncomfortable because I've been wearing that grey polo for 6 years, and then well, 5 years, and then I put this on. I felt completely out of place. I felt like fish out of water.
I thought he looked very handsome.
I'm growing into it. I'm growing into it.
So sorry, re-ask
I
your
was gonna say,
question.
will that still would that be causing a lot of contention around the house still?
Yeah, well, it'll come up. I think more with Casey and Severide, they have this natural competition, between them. They love each other as brothers, but they have this monster lurking in the closet, from days gone by, which will at some point rear its ugly head, and that's nice. It's nice to play as an actor, to have, because they're brothers, they love each other, they're friends, but they have past issues, which I don't think are really or will ever really be resolved, and that's nice to have, between two leaders in a house.
It's sort of like that real sibling relationship, right?
Yeah.
You
Right.
fight your relatives more, bitterly, I think.
Right,
than
exactly,
still
and they
love
try to be professional, but they are friends as well. So it's definitely going to come up. Yeah.
How do you guys chill out individually or as a cast after an emotional day or a freezing day or just a rough day?
How do you chill out?
Lagunitas right across the street.
Yeah, I
climbs?
climb.
Climb?
Yeah, I climb. Because our show's so physical. We've all had injuries. It's actually really important to stay in shape. During winter is the worst time, because you just don't want to leave the house. You just want to sit at home and eat beef. But yeah, so I try to be really physical. I try to stay in shape when I can. But apart from that, it's like sleep, eat, repeat.
We sleep. Our schedules are very taxing. I mean,
Go see the hockey. I mean, there's so much to do in this town. Like, that's the good thing.
I go to music. I go to see concerts a lot. I go listen to jazz a lot. Hot yoga.
Hot yoga? Do you do hot yoga? I can't do hot yoga.
No, I love it.
Did you go to any of the playoff games?
No, I didn't. I didn't go.
This season? I did not know.
I think Taylor went.
I think Taylor might. A couple of people went.
Yeah.
No, I did last year. I went to one of the playoff games last year.
I went to one of the series games last year.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. Not this year though. I'm going for Houston now. The Dodgers. Yeah, I'm like, screw you, Dodgers! Come on, Houston!
Oh no, I'm going for Dodgers.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an LA hat.
They're like my ex-rival now that I'm here. Yeah.